Good morning, this is Jeremy Williams with Sewerline Check Professionals here at 3563 Corinth Avenue in Mar Vista, performing a video examination of the main sewer line. The main sewer line is the portion of waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structures. It lies underground and it connects the building drainage systems to the city sewer, which is typically found underneath the street in front of the property. The building drainage systems are portions of waste drainage piping that are underneath or interior to either structure. This examination does not focus on the building drainage system. We'll be entering into a smaller building drain cleanout located on the back wall of the guest structure, just off from the back entry door. This is going to put us through a portion of the building drainage piping. While this examination does not focus on building drainage system, we do report on any conditions we see occurring. The pipe that we're in here is a plastic material called ABS plastic. Plastic's an excellent material for main sewer lines. Considered a good material primarily for the fact that it does not rust or corrode over time. As it's not a naturally decaying material, it has a potential for a nearly unlimited lifespan. Plastic is also a flexible material. I'm going to pause the recording for just a moment. I'm sorry, this access point isn't working. Okay, so with plastic piping, its flexibility makes it one of the better bearing pipes with seismic activity. The fact that it doesn't naturally decay gives it an unlimited life potential. And in a main sewer line application, not so much in a building drainage, the plastic piping, when properly installed, should be immune to root intrusions. It makes plastic one of very few materials that, when properly installed, can go many years and sometimes even the entirety of its life with little to no maintenance being necessary. The biggest cause for issue in newer plastic is improper installation, some of which can take quite a few years to manifest into something that would be visible through this type of examination. As of now, the plastic appears to be doing very well. There's no indication of any improper installation. This is just the glue that they use in the joints. So the joints are a hub system they're put in, and this is a glued. I prefer these glued systems quite a bit over the banded systems. There's also an opening right here, which is a clean out, probably the one that's in the front there. Here you can see the connection from the primary house as it's tying into this one. And there's the second one. The first one that we saw coming in on the right was the addition, and this is the older primary structure. The camera is extremely difficult to push. I'm going to pause the recording and locate exactly where we're at. Make sure that I'm past the other access points that are available to me. And if so, then I'll relocate the equipment. I'm going to pause the recording while I perform that location. Okay, so right there is the clean out that's accessible on the right side of the primary structure. Just going to relocate the equipment over there now. As far as the piping for this guest house, it's all newer plastic. It all appears to have been installed well at this point. No indication of failure. Everything's looking real good. The only recommendation that I would have for this piping is to have it looked at every once in a while. Conditions can change over time. But barring any improper installation that manifests in the near future, this piping should last quite a while. That will end the first chapter in guest house sewer line examination. Okay, so here we are at the other access point. There's the front street area. Guest house is behind us. That's where we were previously. Right here we leave the plastic and we enter into some material called cast iron. Cast iron is a metal. We go right back into some plastic from the looks of it there, and let's go into what's called vitrified clay. Vitrified clay is probably going to be our primary material all the way out. I'm going to just bring the camera lens off. There we go. Vitrified clay is probably the most common piping material for sewer lines. And it's considered a good material primarily for the fact that it does not rust or corrode over time. As it is not a naturally decaying pipe, it has this potential for a nearly unlimited lifespan. The main cause for issue in clay piping is what we're looking at right there. It's one of only a couple of materials that can actually allow for roots to intrude of the piping. Now, while roots are quite common and typical in clay, and not an immediate indication of failure, they do require that a maintenance routine be adopted to cut those roots out of the line. Something that should typically take place on about a yearly basis. There's some more roots just ahead. You can kind of see them. Looks like they're causing slightly poor drainage. Try to push past this area. Here we've got at least a partial blockage. You can see the roots have really grown in. This is definitely original piping. We're definitely seeing a lot of roots, poor drainage. Just barely make that through some of those roots back. The line hasn't been cleaned in a while, and it's definitely not been cleaned as often as it should be. For that reason, I'm going to be recommending that a form of sewer line cleaning called hydrojetting be used. Hydrojetting is similar to a detailing of your car. It's a high-powered wash. Through special fittings, when properly performed, it is capable of cleaning out these sewer lines in a way that no other method of sewer line cleaning could achieve. When properly performed, it's not any more or less dangerous than any method of sewer line cleaning, as long as you're using something good. Once the line has been cleaned with the hydrojetting method of sewer line cleaning, a follow-up examination is simply going to be necessary. There are too many roots, too many areas where the pipe cannot be seen properly. See a pretty substantial root blockage here as well. Given how far we've already traveled, it doesn't look like we're going to make it past. We've got no ability to push the power in, or push the camera further. No blockage. As you can see, it's filling up the entire pipe. After the line has been cleaned with the hydrojetting method of sewer line cleaning, these roots should be completely removed from the system, at which point a follow-up examination will be necessary. The pipe walls will be properly visible, and an assessment of their condition can be made. If at that time it's found that the roots have damaged the pipe due to improper maintenance routines, then which is a possibility, then recommendation repairs would be made that, as well as give you some costs as the potential work that it'll be a candidate for. At the same time, and also a possibility, if no serious damage is found, and we find that the line can, if with proper maintenance, continue to operate for a good period of time, then exactly that recommendations would be made for maintenance that have followed should not allow the roofs to get back to the point which they are now currently at. And that is going to conclude the video portion of this examination. Again, this is Jeremy Williams with Sewerline Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a great day.